umpires. So Sachin, captain of Purple Cup, will call. Breadman is the call. And Breadman it is. Sachin, you won the toss. What will you do first?
We will bat first.
Batting first in this track. What do you think?
We think we want to set the target and we want to play positive cricket.
So with the setting of target, what target are you looking at?
145 to 155.
145 to 155. Any changes on the side?
We have two changes. Raj misses out, Jayant who misses out, and Dilkush comes in and DJ comes in.
Alright. Lucas? If you could have won the toss, what could you have done first?
I wanted to bat fast, but you always have to be prepared for, the fallback plan.
So since you're bowling first, what are you trying to maximize Purple Cap?
We're looking to restrict them under 120, 125. Then I think that will be easier for us to chase.
Alright, any changes from your side?
Yeah, Pusho is not feeling well, so Mutua is coming in for him. Yeah.
So Francis Mutua gets his first game. So that's the news from the toss. Purple Cap have won the toss, elected to bat first.
PALORA Dragons versus Purple Cap. This SILVERSPREAD SCLPS Premier League Day-Night Cricket Tournament has been organized by Shri Kachilava Patel Samaj Youth League, proudly sponsored by our gold sponsor, SILVERSPREAD Pipes Meru. Silver sponsors, Nairobi Timber Projects Limited and Broadwalk Mall. Second silver sponsors, Lakshman Pai Construction, who are celebrating 70 years in construction industries. Bronze sponsors, Mombasa Cement. Printing partners, Elite Offset Limited. Fuel partners, Mafuko Group of Companies. Media partners, Radio 44 and the Asian Weekly. Man of the Match partners, Nairobi Timber Projects Limited and Broadwalk Mall. Highest number of sixes partners, Lakshman Pai Construction. Media sponsors, Usher Locker India Private Limited and Propel Engineering Excellence. Internet providers, Hirani Telecommunications, courtesy of Mansukh by Hirani.
One, two.
Masters on Friday, you meet Angalia. Then you're playing Sunday. We're playing Dovu. So most likely Sunday. Yeah, most likely a Sunday.
We begin the game in 10, 9,
8,
7,
6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's play.
That is Lucas Olwatch opening the bowling. PALORA Dragons. Pushkar Sharma opening batsman and Dash Panchani. Purple Cup, the man behind the crease at the moment. That is a swing and miss, but it looked like a good intention, and it's a must-win game for both teams. That is Purple Cup and PALORA Dragons, because all the teams are playing on 6 points apart from the run rate. That's where you find number 1 to 8. That is the separation that we're having at the moment. But so as today, one of them must win. And whoever wins then goes on top with 8. Lucas Oluoch has been a tremendous opening bowler and a captain too for his side. Gotten some few runs when he's batting. Maintained his line and length well when he's bowling. Has been restricting some of the teams in the power play, not reaching more than 40 plus. Just bad line. Keeper missing and the ball running all the way to the boundary. I'm sure he's cursing himself, not a good way to start. Yeah, that's a wonderful line and well taken single there. Today we had some few changes in PALORA's Dragon team. We have Francis Mtua coming in. Shem Goche being rested for today's match. So we're here to witness some good pace. Hopefully the pace itself, it will give the best out of opposition side so that they can restrict them both. That's well played from Dash Panchani. That is the end of over. Score 7 for no wicket.
The end of the first over, Purple Cup on 7 runs for no loss.
That's your leg. Middle. That's your mid. Thank you.
In the next over,
Bowling right arm over.
Yes, as I said earlier, Francis Mtua came in because you find this team was struggling with their opening bowler. So he has jumped in and taken the position immediately. And we see youngster at the age of 22, 23 knocking his door, even in the national team, representing Sri Lions in NPCA League. And he bats also top order starting from this year. I've seen him opening batting. He has gotten some few runs. And as for me, as I've checked, the boy deserves to be batting number 6, 7. That's where he's more comfortable when the ball is quite old. He runs in, fast ball, dot ball. Good start. Pushka Kirai. That is another bad ball again. The both bowlers, every time they bowl their second ball, the ball runs down and it doesn't keep that bouncing at all. Already 8 runs freely given to the batting team without using a bat. And remember, some of the games we've been witness, and some of the teams that are losing their matches, they lose by 10 runs, 5 runs, 4 runs. This is the same scenario that we avoid telling the bowlers not to. That is a good line, but well played and placed. Well fielded from the boundary. Just 2 runs taken. Ravi 007, the man who walks in there. Lucas Nandason plays for Kachilewa. Rahul Harish Kachilewa. Hiren Kabaria Kanbis. Manish Kebai Kachilewa. Hemang Rud Kachilewa and Kit Baderi Kachilewa. Francis Ptua Stray Lions. Nirav Budia Kongonis. Mayur Pidoria Swami Bapa. Ravi Vekaria Kachilewa. Harish Rabaria Ruraka. Yogesh Kabaria Kachilewa. I'm joined by my partner, well known, the man who represents away team, that is Swami Bapa, and he represents Kachilewa, man who bats middle order. He bowls some lowly lovely bots. He claimed wickets and a fine fantastic fielder. He's here with me. Mr. Welcome.
Thank you, David. I'm glad to be here. This is a game number 20 with Francis Mutua getting a game today.
Francis Mutua has been away for quite some time. Now is the 20th game of the tournament. Do you think he has been learning when he was on the stands or a dugout? Or do you think his call-up for today's game is going to push the batting team to some troubles? Because today we've witnessed 2 pace bowlers who are really knocking the doors, and some are representing national team.
I think it's fair enough to get a chance to side, and that's it. An in swing up to Pushkar Sharma, knocking off his stump. Just to remember, David, Francis is replacing his teammate Shem.
That is a lovely in-swing coming into the left-hander. When I saw Pushkar Sharma coming out trying to attack Mutua, I knew it was a sign of a wicket, because he comes out and swings so hard, not even going on the line. And he has been doing this mistake quite for some times. I don't know why he's not learning.
But surely this kind of a shot was not really needed, since you already have 16 on board after the end of 2 overs, and you have no chance but to sit down there, stick to the wicket, try and rotate with the youngster Dash Panchani connecting the ball well, and the opposition are already giving out 4 wides, already about 10 extras. So the experienced batsman Sachin Budia joining the youngster.
I hope Sachin Budia, captain of the side and one of the finest batsmen in this team, is he going to now switch from number 1 to number 5? If you calculate all their runs, they're not quite far away from others. They're all like whoever is ahead of someone, not more than 10 to 20 runs. Do you think we're going to have a battle with more than 200 runs, or we are going just to witness below 150? Last week we witnessed one of the batters scored a century versus Mafuko, one of the best bowling side, and he managed to score a century. That is another boundary freely given. Keeper don't doing the right thing, running away, not putting the body behind the ball, and the ball runs to boundary. Lucas himself is not happy. That could have been a stopped ball. Don't know, Rahul.
So back to the stats. We're talking about the batsman scoring over 200 runs. Just to know that Sachin Gill is already on 196 of his 5 innings, followed by Rakib Patel 187. So far not far away. Still, with the way Sachin Gill's team is playing, they might even go till the semi-finals.
So that means all set batters, if you go past 20 runs, you can accelerate to above 50 and so on. So it means anybody who stays on the wicket, rotate the strike, 1-2, boundary, 1-2, boundary. That is the batsman who's going to be crowded with the best batter of the tournament.
Even so far with the bowling attack and the pace bowlers, with the leading wicket taker 1 and 2, they're both pace bowlers. Otherwise following henceforth are the spinners. So the pitches are really hard to judge the way the tournament is going. One game you're getting a high score, the other ones you're getting a low score. So technically it's going to go till the death, and it's going to be a competitive cricket end of the day.
So you're talking about the spinners doing a lot of damages, getting more wickets, but the pace bowlers are the ones leading. So are you telling us the wicket, mostly the wicket that are made for this particular tournament, it's more rolled for the spinners and favoring, or the batters are being slogged at that particular time they end up getting wickets?
It's just a technical thing that when the variation of the pace bowlers comes into place, it's always a golden I'm for the pace bowlers end of the day. As you noticed, Sumit Halai, the purple cap holder with 14 wickets, secondly followed by Jasraj Kundi, who is still another pace bowler and also a good variator of the ball. No doubt the spinners are doing well, but end of the day, with the previous 2-3 games, the pace bowlers are coming back to the attack.
Bowling the next over, Francis.
Sorry. Have you checked those wickets most of the time when they are getting their wickets, so rather? What time do they get their wickets? Is it the first 2 overs or the last 2 overs?
As I mentioned, Jasraj Kundi shares the new ball alongside with So like sharing the ball comes in the second over, which Sumit Halai likes to bowl in the death overs. So technically, with Sumit Halai bowling in the death overs, assuming just last 4 overs, so I would say against Playmasters, where he took 3 wickets. So drop chance missed by Lucas. Sachin Budia getting a chance.
Do you think Francis Butua is going to be annoyed by his captain for dropping his catch and dropping one of the prolific batter? Or is going to just say, well done, captain, another one is coming?
I think some of these things have to move on and forget, especially when you're a bowler and you're bowling well. You know that frustration will also spoil the bowling line end of the day, and it's you who are hurting and the team is going to go down as well.
That is when it comes to a time where we say, if you're a professional, you play like a professional, you forget the past and work on the future. That's a lovely shot in between gully and the point, runs for the boundary. Just captain thinking now, after I dropped that catch, now the boundary. Do you think he might be cursing himself, or the bowler really went down after that drop catch?
Just moving away from Dash, just timing it well.
That is what I like about Sachin when he's running with a partner, because every small chance he gets, he make it create a run. But now, when it starts giving some fielding side some chances, that's when we don't like watching such cricket, because whatever just has happened, block, yorker, and a run. That is a lovely and nice thing to watch, and especially when the youngsters are watching. That is the end of fourth over. 33 for 1. Pushkar, the culprit. Dash on 11 after 13 balls. Sachin Budia 4 after 3 balls. A bit of discussion going on there. Captain with the other 2 senior players. Thinking whom to bring, so that maybe Lucas can chill for a while and keep his few overs to come and bowl in the death. which is a good idea. The man replacing him, Hiren Kabaria. Tall young man who represents Canvas. He likes bowling nice and line and length. But again, if you're a good batsman, you don't wait for that. Spoil him from the word go and you make him start thinking wider. But that is just well said. Let's see the real action.
So just opening the face, then playing down towards the third man.
I've noticed some shady fielding today, mostly from the boundaries. Guys are fumbling most. They don't pick the ball clean. Every time they pick the ball, you find them fumbling. You look at that again. Is it the tension or the boys are rushing so fast? I don't know. Or the field is bumpy today.
I think with the T20, it's always the batsmen are putting a lot of pressures on the fielders, especially when going out towards the boundary. So there's always pushing 2-2-2. That's a good shot. And the first one out of the park for Sachin Budia, charging down his teammate Hiren Kabaria.
That was good judgment and well picked. Even from the word go, when watching the ball flying back to boundary, it was a lovely well watched. That's a big appeal. That's a big appeal. I wonder if the captain is going to say something to the captain. Have some seconds to decide. Umpire, captain decides, let's go, have a look. Yes. Mostly, oh, sharp in swing. He might survive. He might survive. Height. We have the third umpire. He'll have a better view. He's the man to decide. Quite sharp in swing.
David, with that angle, looks like the height would save Sachin Budia, hitting him above the knee roll.
That's very true. Fingers crossed. They need this man so much. The man might survive. That is Warthog being hidden in a ditch. The lion is trying to force out. Whoever has power then, he will survive. Will Sachin survive or Hiren survive? For me, may the best man survive. But mostly the batter has a chance. The officials of today, David the Eagle Eye Odhiambo Pamba, the tallest man ever. I'm just beating him with few meters because he's 7.5, I'm 7.6. Charles Karaoke, he's beating me with his big stomach. I'm beating him with my hairstyle. He ran, get the best of Sachin Budia, and decision, he's out. Took quite some time.
But with the side angle, the height was not a factor that was affecting Sachin.
He doesn't look happy at all.
So Ghanshyam Siani replaces his captain Sachin Budia.
That seems to have been a good change from the captain, cutting himself, bringing Hiren. Hiren claims a huge wicket of Sachin Budia, making the balance and working as required. Vishal, this looks like a must-win for both teams because whoever wins here runs away with 2 points, adding to his of 6, managing to collect 8 in total, and maybe going on top of the table and securing a place in the semi-finals, which is much better for him. So I'm sure the teams are going to work hard for these 2 points.
So I think the most crucial is for the PALORA Dragons. PALORA have only managed to get 1 win out of the 4th game. So far they are at a position of number 7, and Purple Cap on the other hand have won 3 and they are on a 6th position. I think the game against the Ambitious have helped them to be at the 2nd position, closely winning by 1 run.
No, that's center. That's center. Yeah, that's the leg.
So Francis Mutua bowling his 3rd over. So Ghanshyam getting the time right, but not getting the gap. Some good sound of the bat of Ghanshyam.
Vishal, do you think these wickets are going to survive the tournament till the end? Or we are going to see more balls rolling? Or maybe the wickets will change from the different wicket?
So over the top, 1 bounce, 4. I think with the wicket, today's wicket, I think only 1 delivery has just slightly go down. But others have been coming to the bat very well. With the sun and the cold going away, the wickets will still be changing with the way it looks. That's no ball given. So the batsman has got in a free arms. So not taking advantage of the free hit.
Sometimes cricket is very funny. I've never seen a batter or a fielder dropping a catch from a no ball. But when it's a real wicket, people do drop catches. Then I don't know what is the logic behind that.
David, because you know there is no pressure. Some good keeping by Rahul Harish. So guided well by Dash Panchani, and a boundary. So the end of the power play The score is 53 for the loss of 2 wickets.
At the end of 6 overs, Purple Cup on 53 runs for loss of 2 wickets. Darsh Panchani playing on 7 runs. Ghansham Shiani playing on 5 runs.
So that's the end of the power play with the official umpire David Pamba signaling and Ankit Banderi
Vishal, this Ankit Banderi, he's a young man who never talks too much, but the contribution that he gives to the both teams, club and his team currently, is quite promising because the boy bowls 4 overs, bats brilliantly. What do you say about such players? What can you do to them? Because he never says anything, whether things are going wrong on his side or doing well, but he's just quite normal man. So is it the nature he has, or when he's outside from the cricket pitch, he is a different man?
There are some of the players, as you mentioned, we cannot change nature, whether even in the field or whether out of the field. But at times, some of them also take not only cricket but any other sport seriously, and that is what has made them come at this stage.
Lovely. Hey, look it. Shabash, Gauri. Keep dotting, Gauri, keep dotting. Barobar hai, Gauri.
So taking one on the long off.
Shabash, Gauri.
The attempt of Dash over there, trying to go for a pull shot, didn't end up well, but he managed to get a single run away from the side. That gives a very good positive positions for the other batsman also to contribute something.
Lovely, Gauri.
The sound from the bat sounds so nicely, but that's the end of 6th over. 7th overs rather. Purple Cup on 55 for 2 after 7 overs. Current run rate of 786. We might be looking to 157 to 160 if everything goes well, similarly to this, because when they always tell the batters that you have to use the power play, and if you don't use the power play, that's when you come to struggle in the middle of 7 to 14th over. Manish Karai, leg break bowler, the man who turns up for Samaj Youth League and one of the finest hard hitters we've witnessed in this tournament. Is he going to do some changes, or Dash is going to change him?
So the loose delivery
Abaju mana.
from Manish Karai. Dash Panchani going to sweep,
Strength na de any.
but the ball coming early. And a very full ball,
Come on, guys.
flicking his pads.
Come on, Manish.
Vishal, after watching Rahul Apeli, good keepers, what do they do? Because he just appeal, keep on looking, staring at the umpire. The ball drawn back to the boundary. Do you think he did the right thing, or he could have done something better than that?
I think he could have tried to grab the ball first rather than going for an appeal. Because it's obvious he was pitching outside the leg stump,
Dash mana.
not even in line. So at least he could have utilized that feet movement and
Lovely Mayur. Good stuff, Manish.
save that 4 runs of the side.
Mana.
Are we blaming him for not moving, or we are blaming for requesting umpire to give him that wicket?
Solid mana.
I think not only to Rahul, but even any other keeper we are talking about. It's first thing first. The umpire's decision
Manish.
will come in secondly, but the ball will come in first. So definitely you have to save the ball first, either it is a catch or either it's outside the leg stump. But the most important thing is getting the ball in hand and then going for an appeal to the umpire.
Well said. For the youngsters who are watching right now and they desire to become some wicket keepers, you've had it all, and when you're training, make sure you do the necessary. It's very important because you, captain, and the bowler, very key people in that particular team from every over. And Kit Banderi to continue for his second over from his spell of 4 overs. Bowled a brilliant first over, giving out only 2 runs. And 2 is a call. But again, the ball directed to the stumps. I saw Ankit trying to appeal, but the sound didn't come out. Just look at the umpire and raised his arm up. Oh. Ravi the fielder, very impressive. Just inside. I wish the ball went direct to the stumps. That could have been a clean run out. Just in. I think the both spinners might reduce the run rate a bit slower because they're both bowling same action but different angles. So there's no way a batter is going to land both. The one is coming over and the other bowler is coming round, but still the same style of bowling. So the batsman has to be steady and watch the pitching of the ball before going for something.
Hey, Sienda Luki. Shabash Gauri. Lovely Gauri, keep noting Gauri.
That's a lovely shot and well fielded from the boundary. Acknowledgement going all round.
Shabash, Shabash Gauri. Chances are mera.
Dash is the man on form
Karo.
every game. When he opens the batting, he kills the pace bowlers. Later comes to enjoy the spin. In that, we say congrats and keep going, young man.
At the end of 9 overs, Purple Cup on 67 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Gansham Shiani playing on 9 runs. Darsh Panchani playing on 23 runs.
67 for the loss of 2 wickets after 9 overs. That's a good sign, and for the power play, it has been ending so well.
So David, if you notice,
Baba.
if Dash
Lovely. Shabash Mayur.
scores the 50 here, we'll take him
Lovely Mana.
on the top of the batsman in the leaderboard. And he might even cross 200 runs. Some good pitching by Manish Shekarai. David, with the angle that Manish comes in, do you think it's very much difficult for the batsman to judge this kind of turn that is in this pitch?
Ekaje Ravi.
Actually, it isn't that difficult. It's only the way the batsman is standing also. Because I've watched him, or I've watched all the batters, the way they stand to Ankit and when they stand to Manish. They are both standing the same position. That's go not really good. Because for me, for Manish, the way it's coming round, if you cover the middle stump, it will be much easier for you to play. Because if the ball finds you still on the leg stump, that's when you find some difficulties. Because he does the ball so well.
As far as I am concerned, any kind of bowler or any even pace bowlers coming around, it's better to open a bit of face rather than standing facing the shoulder. It's better you open up and play. Will give you a lot of more eyesight when the ball is coming to you.
Very true, because you'll put some pressure on Manish, that is when he's bowling, because he'll be thinking of going for LBW. And remember, when he bowls that round, when coming round, for him to get an LB is quite difficult. So it will give a batsman an easy chance and a way of playing the ball so easily.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The SILVERSPREAD SCLPS Premier League Day-Night Cricket Tournament has been organized by Sri
Gauri, dotting, dotting. Shabash Gauri.
Radio 44 and the Nation Weekly. Man of the match partner, Nairobi Timber Project Limited and God of More. Highest number of seats in Parliament by construction. Media sponsors PALORA India Private Limited and Propel Engineering Excellence. Internet provider
got it.
and nuclear communications courtesy of Mansukh Rani.
Shabash, Gauri.
That is a good ball from the box going away. Still, it's a lovely ball. I don't know why shouting are coming from the
Magic ball.
spectators and the dugout shouting for wide ball. Oh,
That's a direct hit.
I just can see from Rahul.
Risk Dash Panchani. So it will be back to the third umpire making use of the technology. We noticed David
That's direct and clean out. No doubt, even Dash himself, he knows he's out. But he just can't walk, you never know. He's giving it a chance, which is 1%. Michelle, we are talking about Dash. If he reaches 50, he might be going past 200 runs. But now the boys run out, directly hit from the boundary. So that means still stacking on 100 plus runs.
So Dash Panchani committing a suicide, technically bringing himself back to the pavilion. David, in your times, do you remember how many times you've run out yourself?
I can recall that because I was a very good runner in between the wickets. The only thing was a problem with me. It was LBW. I don't know if I was scared of the ball. I don't know why. Because running between the wickets to get me a run out, it was a very difficult thing. Because my judgment was quite good and I knew how to take a start before the bowler comes and reaches the crease, goes past the crease line. So for me, LB was my worst ever enemy.
The only run out I remember
Lovely.
was against the Obuya in the T20 when I missed out 100 with only 3 runs short. But anyway, everything, life is always learning new things.
Shabash, Gauri.
If I may ask, were you trying to force those 3 runs when you are 97 or your partner asked you to run?
But really, it was my call, not blaming anyone else. But just a fumble. And I remember, I think it's Colin Sobuya who threw the ball from the deep long on to his brother Kennedy. And I was a bit short into the wicket and I was back to the pavilion.
Actually, we are very lucky to have Collins as one of the best fielders Kenya has produced, and especially when he used to field at the point and covers region. Collins still going strong up to now.
So with Ajinkya trying to execute something different. So getting a bat into it and a successful 4 runs to Ajinkya.
Vishal, after watching that shot, do you think Rahul could have done a bit of movement for the catch, or do you think he didn't expect that to come?
It's obvious he didn't expect it to come, since, as we even mentioned earlier, Manish Kerai coming around the wicket. The ball is turning well. And this is even eventual turn to Beloshe has given him the 4.
Ravi, solid hai Ravi. Ravi, 5 andar hai je.
It is one of the cricketing shots that young boys really want to try, but we always ask them not to do because it's only done by professionals.
So with the new generation of the kids coming in, they will do what you are doing. It's obvious watching a game from the TV, and they'll straight away come to implement it in the training session. But they don't know the players that are playing in the TV. They sleep cricket, they eat cricket. All the time they're on the field. They have no any other business but to play. So with that 2 runs, the score slowly moves to 88 for the loss of 3.
Coming back to the same story, according to the way professional plays, we always also tell them practice makes perfect. Because the more you practice, the more you perfect yourself. And by doing that, that's where you end up calculating yourself and getting more runs from different shots. That is only when we tell them to practice. Don't do it for the first time at the cricket ground.
I think when you talk about practice, in our times, we never used to have all those facilities that now most of the clubs and the communities are giving out. So it is an advantage with the kinds of Francis Mutua, kind of Gerard, who is still not yet given a chance. The likes of Dash Panchani, Ankit Panderi, Sachin Budia, even Pushpa Kerai. Most of these players with our batch, we did not have such kind of facilities, but with the new generation that are coming in, they're getting a lot of facilities in terms of training, coaches, equipments. The only thing they need to do is to create the base and move ahead.
It is very true, because I remember when I started my cricket, we used to train ourselves. The only time we used to have and get better coaching skills was when these professionals comes from India, and they only come for 3 months. So if you're a good cricketer, you take that 3 months seriously, get few tips and continue with them. Otherwise, you'll continue doing you think whether it's right or wrong, and nobody was there to correct you. And that's why we tell these youngsters they are very lucky and very, very lucky to have what we are using right now for them.
Even as we improve the cricket for the last 5-6 years, we also have a lot of professional players coming in to play the local league. With the Australia Lions also, I remember they had called Yusuf Pathan to just come and play two matches. I think was it against Kanbis and Swami Bapa. So look at the environment of the players that are playing with him in that caliber. I think it's something different to experience.
But again, I tell you, Vishal, our local league back in Nairobi, it's a very difficult one. In India, when that Yusuf plays, if you compare our stadiums with their stadiums, our stadium is quite small, and he still matches the ball to boundaries, sixes and fours. But when he came to Nairobi, he found it difficult. He couldn't manage because he didn't go past 50. And that's what tells you how tough and our league, the way people appreciate it so much.
So also, David, also looking at the conditions, also taking a factor in consideration. The conditions are more drier in India than in Kenya. So at least they should have a settlement of at least a week's time to get it settled down and then get used to the condition. Even some of the professional players that come in from India or any other country to come and play for the local league, it's highly time that they take a lot of aggression and passion to play the cricket.
Actually, you're right, because I noticed every year we start our NPCA league, none of professionals goes past 50 runs for the first 2 matches. They always get a grace after the 3rd, 4th match. That's when you see them getting the double or triple note, because they've taken some times reading the weather and allowing themselves to get into the conditions. That's why the difference between India and Kenya, you can't match them. You have to take time and learn.
Just take an example of the weather that we are in. Let's say even start of this tournament, about 3-4 days also back. The only sunshine that is coming is just 2, 3, 4, let's say a week's time. But initial when the league started, the conditions were very much cold and wet. So now with that condition again, it comes to the weather of India or any other either Gulf countries or Asian countries. So they'll take a lot of time. So let's see with the second round, just 2 games of over. Let's wait who comes up to the top of the order.
But it looks a bit difficult for both teams, because since we started Up to now, the team is still on run rate of 7 point something. They haven't gone past 8 or 10, 9, 6 and 7, 6 and 7. Maybe the last 5 hours will give a different note to decide whether one team will go away with it or not.
But the way they're going, I think the score will also come down. Because when they finished the 10th over, they were at 73 for the loss of 2. With the 14th over, the score is 95.
Still fielding. It's a big problem for both of the teams, because that ball was very chaseable and a good fielder definitely could have stopped the ball. But when you dive on top of the ball, that's what I'm talking about. Doesn't give a bowler healthy environment for him to continue bowling, because we need such things to help. Both of you are helping your team, and you find ball up giving it 100%, the fielders giving 60 to 70. That is not good enough.
With the 14th over, with the 10th over, they were at 73 for the loss of 2 wickets. They've only added 28 at the rate of 7. So far, David, I don't think so. Something has gone down, but 7 runs off the 4 over from 10 to 14. It's not a bad way to build the partnership so far.
Very true, very true. I think we shall just a quite concerned thing. For the last, if I remember the 10 years back in our NPCL league, we used to see average professional coming from India, Pakistan, etc. around 27, 30 to 35 years coming to play in our local. But nowadays you find even a 20-year-old, 25 and below. Is there something that has changed for us to bring these young professionals, or that is the best quality we can find?
You see, it's all matters is the passion. How serious you take any kind of sports. If you're very much passionate about it and you work very hard, as I told you, let's just take an example of India only. The cricket in India has gone very much far ahead of what we were expecting. A lot of competition, and some of these professionals who are coming down to Kenya are not even getting chance, but they're performing here. So if this kind of caliber are here to perform, so who are the others who are on top of their caliber?
The reason why I asked that, Vishal, it's you find most of the clubs have 4 to 5 youngsters in Super League division. So we expect those professionals when they come, they help our players, they improve them, they give them guidance, so that when they're learning from those professionals, in 3 months' time, they have to leave and leaving our boys with something to learn about. So you find some of our local players playing better than such professionals. So do you think there's something that we can change, or is there a way we are going for cheaper things?
I think is the youngsters, as I even mentioned earlier, they are learning something from them. But now, a few professional players who come down are not even comparing with our standards. So what are they going to teach our youngsters? So it's better to have an experienced professional player, even if he's the age of 30 to 35. He's still mature enough to put some experience into our boys. So that's a short dismissal. Gansham dismissed on 20 runs.
Such shots, Vishal, they're not impressive at all, because you've stayed for the wicket for about 7 overs. You've seen everything. You've faced all the difficulties. Why do you twist your bet when you want to take a single instead of just playing straight? Because already mid-on and mid-off the back on boundary. So I don't know why he did that, facing himself back to the dugout, and now he's going to regret why is he out.
Bit of surprise also, with 30 deliveries faced and a short dismissal. It's really not expected from him. He would have rather gone over the top, getting 2 runs or either a successful 4. But with the bowling of Harish, the ball with his action slightly coming in and a slow delivery, making it more easy for Manish to grab. So Harshin Varsani replacing Gansham.
Again, Vishal, you find just a bad timing, because when you get out and you are a set batter at this stage, 15 overs to go, you allow a new batsman to come in. By the time he start watching the ball well, 2 overs is already gone. So losing 2 overs and 5 overs remaining, it will just bring down the projected score, forcing the team to start slogging, of which is not necessary.
Because the way they were going, 7 runs of the over till the 20th would have taken a score to 140. But we're looking at 7 of the over. You might even get 10 of the over. You might even go above 60 if you're targeting another 140.
But I've noticed some of the teams, when you come to bat second, 140 to 150, it's a bit and quite difficult, because you find the first 5 overs, if you don't get more than 4 to 50 runs, you end up losing the game, because you want to force shots to the last minute, that is the time you end up giving your wicket freely. Francis Mtua still with 1 over. Lucas Oluoch still with 2 overs.
With the intention of Hashin, I think he's been sent to do some power hitting. They know with the likes of Manish Kerai, the score 140 will not be enough for them as well. But David, out of 106 runs, the PALORA Dragons have given out 21 extras. Out of that, 12 are wides and 1 no ball that was bowled by Francis.
You see, we were talking earlier about team losing with 10 to 15 runs. That is the thing. That's when you find teams discussing, why did you give this? Why did you do this? And at that particular time, you won't have even an answer because already you've done the damage. And if you minus those 20 runs from whatever they have right now, 108, you'll find the team could have been on 80 runs. And that was so easy for the team coming to bat second. Now they're chasing 110 so far, 4 overs to go. It's quite going to be something to talk about.
With that extra not being bowled as well, could have put a lot of pressure to the purple cap batting with the likes of Baloche in the strike. Could have been thinking a lot of more rather than protecting his wicket, but scoring runs.
Some discussion going on from the captain and the bowler. Harish Rabadia bowling his 3rd over, just given 25 runs, gotten a wicket. That's good bowling. We spoke about the team that start scoring in a slow manner. Now you see Ajinka, the way he's batting right now, he's forcing things, playing type of shots that he ends up not getting a boundary, just getting 1-1. That is Sachin. Is he going to survive? Oh, he don't. Lucas Oluoch laughing and a big smile because he knew Sachin could have damaged everything.
I think I've seen not getting the right timing on the bat. Not even the 30-yard circle. Just 5 feet away. 5 yards away from the 30-yard. And that's a good catch by Lucas.
Some of the oldie players enjoying coming here to watch. You find just trying to come and learn some few techniques and some tips, because you find more players like those ones, they're playing maybe the second game or the day after. So it's good for them to come and learn some few. You see Gil sitting down there, one of the leading batters. At least he's watching and learning more. we spoke about losing a wicket when you are set. Now you see that is now paying off when a batsman comes in this particular time, coming to slash and throw his hands, forces a good batsman ending up back to pavilion as early stage. I think we could talk about something about helping such players.
So that was a good intention batting from Nitish Hirani, Harish Rabadia giving outside off stump.
Looking the way things are going so far, with the run rate of 6.8, do you think we can have a bang of 150 runs, or we're going to stick to 130?
I think it might even go more than 130 with Ajinkya Beloshi on 22 and still on strike. Because only three overs left and the score is 117.
Bowling change. Left arm round. Slower one डालेगा.
Lucas Danderson Oluoch, captain of the side, deciding, let me come and finish my remaining 2 overs. As an opening batsman and a captain, I have to lead from front so that the team also can benefit from my bowling. And where the team was going wrong, he can come and rectify all the mistakes. Hope is going to work the way he's just changed. Talking about that, first ball going for a boundary. Cheeky shot, slow cut. There we go. Simple cricket. And you get a boundary from it. Don't swing so hard. Take it easy and get a run. From that also add another single. 5 already from 2 balls. 1-2, 1-2. At the end of the over, you have 10. Perfect timing. Swing and a miss. Nitish Hirani. Not a batsman. Not a bad idea to send him this particular time. He's a man tall who can cut and pull. Also can rotate the strike. Yes, fine shot from the covers, but just managed to get a single. Ankit playing a role of vice captain, though Rahul is the vice, but Ankit, since he's on the field, running both down, he's really watching and seeing all the gaps and helping the captain and the bowler on what to do.
David with the face of the bat. He's looking to hit the backside of the bat.
For me, I wouldn't suggest such thing to continue because he watched Nitish when he was batting, playing with full face of the bat and getting a single. So why go for a cheeky shot at this particular time when you can just tap? Because if you see all the fielders, we have 5 fielders on the boundary, meaning you have some gaps. Why don't you go and stop losing and giving dot balls because you want to play a stylish shot?
So the 19th over. I think shall be bowled by Francis Mutua. Yes, it is Francis Mutua. And then Lucas will be finishing his spell in the last over of the innings.
Don't you think Manish Kirai could have bowled this second last over? The way he's turning the ball and bowling from round? Or do you think Mutua is going to be the best option?
I think making use of pace is a better option than going for a spin, because the batsmen are really charged up with the spinning, with the game we saw of the purple cap and the ambitious. With the injury of Raj Budia, they had to bring Ajinkya Baloche to bowl. And then the last over was still being bowled by Ajinkya. But luckily he defended that total after being smacked first ball out of the park by Harish Asani.
Comparing the points and the notes, when I asked you about Manish Kirai with Francis Mutua, I thought when you face someone like Manish and the way he balls round, and then you pack and pile all the positions on offside, I thought he's going to be quite vital, because this fellow, he's going to slog and swing the bat hard, and you can imagine if that ball goes to the bat and it's a quick, the way it travels to the boundary.
So David, the score we were looking at 130 is already on the board, with the 9 balls to be bowled From here on, what total are you looking at?
That's a bad sign of a bowler. If a batsman does that to you, look at that. Why do you still follow him? And he's coming. He doesn't have time to play you straight. Just give a direct yorker to the stumps. And whether he gets it or not, maybe not out, you won't give a single. Maybe he'll get a single from that. Rather than giving a white ball and you come back a ball like the same ball. And now the ball might go for a big one. Look at that. But it's a wide ball. That is not a good sign of our opening bowler, Francis Butua, is supposed to be doing. Going back to the projected score you asked about to 130. For me, if these two batters stay there for the next coming 8 balls or so, we might look for maybe 145 to 150 runs.
With Francis bowling his 4th over. The body language is not what we are expecting from Francis.
You just don't give a batsman a chance to play you, and he's walking in between that line. When a batsman is steady, that's when you get good chance of sending you away. But now these two are walking in and out. As a bowler, direct yorker, nothing else. As we talk about Francis, he doesn't look his... That's what I'm talking about. I think if you go by what I told you earlier, it could have been work rather than going for these quick ones, because they just swing. Look at that. Stance and deliver.
I think the length from Francis is not... The only option that you need to do is at this crucial stage is just do some variation, or either just bowl outside the off stump at the wide line. Let the batsman come face the ball outside the off stump.
Do you think in T20 when a bowler end up giving 40 plus runs in 4 overs, it's something good?
From the pace bowlers, I don't expect them to go over 10 of the overs. The best they could do is to stay away with 7 runs, 7 to 7.5. With the way Harish Rabadia had bowled, I think he could be the only option as well to replace Francis.
That looked like a fantastic catch. Dismissing Nitish, who was on 13 just after 8 balls. That is Ajinka Belose on 35 after 27. He was looking good and he was really pushing the bowlers back to the wire. Now he's just got an out before 5 balls. Those 5 balls are going to be very crucial, because the man who is bowling, he's a very experienced bowler who also opens for Kenya national team, and by doing so, that is a good sign from the bowler and then from the fielder too. Anything that comes up in the air, we were told is a catch. So when you get that catch, make a big difference.
So Hiran Kerai coming in to replace Ajinke Beloshe. I think with a good economy bowling by Lucas, just being exactly 6 of the over, which we are talking about should at least be below 7.5 to 7 of the over.
Is he going to give a try of 1 or 2 balls, or is going to go for it from the word go?
Hiren will go from the first ball. That was a slow delivery by Lucas, just coming into Hiren. Hiren getting some time to take it to the deep square leg boundary.
At least he could have controlled the ball, bowling it on offside. Maybe it could have worked. But when you follow a slogger batsman at this particular time, definitely you're going to be sent back to the pavilion. Or maybe you're going to be sent from outside the ropes. That is a goal. 1 run is more important.
I think Lucas should try and execute Yorkers. Out of 3, maybe at least 1 or 2 could also be positive signs from the bowler himself.
Nitish Hirani will try something. Talking about the Yorker, the results, it's in. Super bowling. I think young Francis Mutua needs to learn from his senior. This particular time, if you're given the ball, you should know how to do it and how to control it. That's well bowled. Maybe the remaining 2 balls might be fruitful to the bowler, because the batsman had to think. Dilkush Vekaria has really helped his Samaj's team, especially when batting number 3 to number 5. And I'm 100% if they could have used the man earlier, maybe you could have seen the different things. His height and his swing. Big swing and a miss, but a bye is given to them.
But rather than going straight to the bowler, giving himself some room to try and get the ball off the bat and going towards the offside. With the Lucas bowling, I think it is better you stray into the crease, deep into the crease, to try and avoid some Yorkers. So Lucas missing out on a Yorker, getting a full toss. So that is the end of the innings with a score of 145. So it was the right decision taken by the captain of Purple Cap. In the toss, it seriously mentioned he's like to get 140, 145. And the batsmen have not disappointed him. But with Lucas, he wanted to restrict the team to 120, 130. But the extras have given a lot of boost to Purple Cap. Otherwise, the prediction from Lucas could have gone his way. So we'll be back shortly for the second innings after 15 minutes.
Stay safe and enjoy.
So the first over will be bowled by Pushkar Sharma. The batsmen for Palora Dragons, Nirav Budia and Manish Kerai.
Safi. Shut up, Poppy. Stop. Uyoke kimbia utaunda play.
Opening batsmen Nirav Budia and Manish Kerai. Bowling the first over, Pushkar Sharma.
So the Palora Dragons will be chasing 146. So far only one run from Manish. Nirav seems like struggling. The left-hander. Getting the outside edge. 2 runs off the over.
At the end of the first over, Palora Dragons on 2 runs for no loss.
Bowling break some over.
So the second over will be bowled by Hiren Kerai.
Bowling the next over, Hiren Kerai.
So the ball coming back into Nirav Budia.
Well timed. He didn't cry. I don't know what umpire decided to give one from the over. The Ruaraka man, number 7, Ronaldo. Is he going to dodge them with the ball? Or the big man, Manish Karai, going to dispatch him? So,
That was hit hard by Manish, a short delivery, not getting the time right. At the end of the day, Sachin Budia filling it well.
that's what we always call him, fantastic captain. Showing from the front. Every time Manish comes facing the ball, definitely mid-on goes down because they know what he's capable of. And by doing that, it really helps because instead of taking a bounty, they take a single and the bowler don't want to face him. That is catch, but no. Get a single from that.
I think Hiren could have gone with the follow through to take that. Couldn't be very much far away, but the effort could have put a lot of pressure on the batsman as well.
Fitness level, that is the only way. If the level is down, you'll end up just watching the ball dropping next to you and the batsman survives.
The way Manish is throwing his bat towards the ball and suspecting this ball could be going somewhere else. Not getting the time right. Closing the face of the bat very early.
I think he should just throw his pressure away. Talk to himself that we are playing on power play. We only have 2 fielders on boundary. So how will you execute and get some few boundaries from there? But because he's going for big shots, that's the reason why he's missing a lot of balls and getting many dot balls and a single rather than pushing that single to double.
The run rate required slowly moving up to 8.13.
I think Pushkar has mastered both batters, how they're swinging the bat. When he's facing the left-hander, the ball is away, going away from him. And when he's facing the right-hander, also the ball is coming in for him. So it forces them. And again, he's bowling round for the righty. That is the first boundary from this second pair. Nirav Budia opening his account with a lovely cover drive, getting that boundary. End of third over. 9 for no loss on board.
Is it up in the air? 3 fielders missing a catch. And 2 runs. I think Manish will not have more patience since the score is only 11 after 3.2. At least one of the batsmen will have to execute something out here.
Umpire decides it's a fine in because it's below the knee. The waist, the ball was dipping towards the stumps. He has to rub. He's feeling it. That could have been a boundary or a 6.
This time round, getting the power hit towards the offside and a welcome boundary to Manish Karai.
sexy boy. चल 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 जा boy.
Pushkar bowling his third over and really doing so good.
Lefty, lefty, lefty,
Only
lefty.
nine runs considered in 2.3 overs. He has bowled. He has actually pinned down Manish Karai. And the way we all know about Karai, when he's going on the power play, he's the man who changes everything. And Pushkar, because his experience really helping, mixing both slow and quick ones. That's why he's surviving and enjoying his spell.
So Pushkar using the rolling fingers, bowling a leg spin, and the wicketkeeper had no idea where the ball had gone to.
Vishal, if you see the way he's holding the ball, if you're a batsman, are you telling me you can't see that thing? Look at that.
I think it's easy to judge since he's not that pacey bowler. If the ball is coming with the wrong run-up, that is when it becomes very much difficult to judge. But this kind of leg spin is easy to judge.
That is the end of fifth overs. The score is 18 for no loss. At the same stage, 41 for 2. It tells you the difference because you keep a wicket and you don't have runs on board. You have lost wickets and you have runs on board. What can you say about this? Because the people who are batting first, they were smiling with more runs. Now the second batting team, 18 after 5 overs, 0 wickets. Big mathematics here.
Still 1 over left for the power play. The good thing is the wickets have not fallen. With Nirav getting some few into the bat, will also make an advantage to the team PALORA Dragons. That was a short delivery, hitting the pad of Nirav and to the stumps. That is end of Nirav Budia, just scoring 8 runs.
Hiran Kabaria coming in after PD just lost their first wicket. As we were speaking earlier with a 5 overs comparison, 18 and 42 is quite a big margin and a big difference. For me, why should you keep wickets when you have less runs on board? You'd rather have runs, few wickets out, and the run rate at a bay. Hope the PD team will have a different thinking dimension and having a talk about how to chase, because 128 in 89 balls is not a huge task at the rate of 8.65. That's a flick and a boundary. Yeah. Instead of waiting for no ball, first of all, get the runs. Look at the umpire. Maybe the umpire will decide to give you a no ball or not, because it's hard to judge there when you have an umpire like David Pamba with that height. Judging the no ball, quite difficult, because he sees everything all the way from eye-bird view.
David, what do you think the intention that has come in from Hiren? Is he planning to take on the bowlers or just try and play with Manish?
Both batters are hard hitters, but I think Karai will have a different approach, because he seems to be coming with a very well set mind that he needs some more runs. And how will he do that? I think he's going for these bowlers, especially this is the last over of the power play. Then they'll have a better chance of getting more runs. And by doing so, he ran the way he's putting the ball line and length. Talking about that, and the bullet is gone. So in the next 2 overs, maybe they will see different changes, because all these guys are the one, not the batters that are, you can wait and watch. They'll all definitely attack you, and there's no stopping them.
The powerful hit by Manish Karai, making use of the pace.
If Shalu just watch that, every ball he's facing, Manish just swinging the arms, whether getting the ball on the correct position or not, but still the swing is big. So if he happens to connect, then that's it.
And also the power that Manish has, and the bat coming over the shoulders. Definitely it's going to come a hard hit from Manish. The same applies to Huen Kabaria as well. The back lift, the height, also strong enough.
Hiren Kabaria playing on 5 runs. Manish Kirai playing on 15 runs. Bowling the next over, Pushkar Sharma.
So Pushkar Sharma coming to bowl his last over.
Do you think this is a good idea for Pusha to finish his 4th over? Or do you think he could have left at least 1 over?
I think the target is to come and just get one of the batsmen, both the hitters. And that could be a golden key to the lock of Purple Cap.
He has really learned on how to bowl to Manish, because Manish is not a batsman who always give dot balls.
Good stuff, boy. Good stuff, boy. Good stuff, boy. अभी बॉल उसको मारने को, हाँ वही शॉट चाहिए उसे.
If you happen to bowl that particular kind of ball and you don't get the line and length well, a good batsman enjoys himself sending. What a delivery. And I think that's the reason why Pushkar decided to come and bowl his 4th over, so that he can finish it so brilliantly and keep the batting team chasing with big trouble.
So far, 3.4, only 10 runs given. So once again, another slow delivery to Manish Kirai.
Is it going to be the first maiden for this particular game from the boths? When we witnessed the first inning, none of the bowlers managed to get a maiden. Pushkar might be the first person. Time will tell. That is Pushkar's 4 overs super figure, or 4 overs, 11 for no. Fantastic over. His clubmate Nitish, also from Ruaraka Sports Club, taking over from the other end, hoping to continue where his senior Pushkar left. Leggy bowlers facing each other. One bowling around and one bowling over. Let's wait and see who becomes a better bowler or who becomes a better batter. Because also Manish bowled Nitish. Nitish is bowling to Manish. What a contest. Not a bad start. That single brings Hiren Kabaria on strike. Catch is a call, but Dash on boundary, doing what he does best. Only one run taken.
मारा वाला बारे 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 बारे
We call him Balose. Balose is a man. For me, I can rate him as a monkey of the side. He throws himself and makes the team enjoy so much. Watching it slowly by slowly. Clubmate Nitish, a bowler. Balose, what a catch. It might be one of the best catches so far we've seen.
That's a blunder from Jinke Baloshe to dismiss the hard hitter Hiren Kabaria.
Ankit Banderi coming in, meeting his fellow clubmate Manish Korai. If the language was different, now they have the same language. They'll understand each other. They'll know what to do. They'll communicate easily. And maybe we'll see some good runs coming.
bola bola bola
Arantin.
bola boys Shaba boys Gori wants to stand strike. Come on, boys.
At the end of 8 overs, PALORA Dragons on 33 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. PALORA Dragons are 113 runs in 11 current run rate 4.2.
Shaba boy Hasin that best one alje best one hamjin bowling na alje
Manish Kirai playing on 18 runs.
8 overs, 33 for 2. 2 wickets in 1 over. Hashin Varsani coming to replace Pushka. The man who represents Samaj youth team in the NPCA league. The darling of the crowd, especially when he bowls, takes more than 1 minute to bowl an over.
Sabat Alit. Bowling boy. Taruh. Malam. Shabba, good stuff boy. Shabashin boy.
Another wicket for Purple Cap.
Appealing and asking umpire to look at it, and yet you have your partner at the non-striking end. Does it really help, or just because you ask for it when people are asking?
I think it's better to consult your partner rather than just taking a decision right away. With this decision, there's no need to even go up to the third umpire or taking a review. It was a plum.
Now you see they've just lost a review that it could have even helped them maybe later. Even the batsman himself, he knew he was out. I don't know why people just goes upstairs. It has never come into my mind. Thinking of that, third umpire, when he decides that, what really also comes to his mind? Was he trying something, or maybe was he trying his luck?
So the captain himself walking down at the crease.
Lucas all the way from the word go with a boundary. For him, losing and winning, it's not a big task because he knows the state that his team is in right now. They need runs. Whether you like it or not, it's a big task for him. Him being a captain, he has to play the way it's supposed to be. But Harshin, his clubmate, he knows what to do. He can't give Lucas a chance to free his arms. But he just opened his account already of 4-1.
So Manish facing his first ball of Hashin. So just 1 run taken in 6 runs of the over so far.
At the end of 9 overs, PALORA Dragons on 39 runs, solo for 3 wickets. PALORA Dragons require 107 runs in 66 balls. Current run rate 4.33, required 9.73. Lucas Landerson playing on 5 runs. Manish Kirai playing on 19 runs.
चल 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 मार दे मनिया सूर्य को चल चलिए भाई
Bowling the next over, Nitish Irani.
That's a huge hit by Manish out of the park.
गनी हरी कर रहे जे
If you see experienced Goche coming in, just helping, because the experience that he has, it's very important, crucial, telling this, his two batters, one of you, if he clicks, then the game is ours. If one of you gets out in between the 2 overs, then you have trouble. And I think that's a good thing of Ngoche going to speak to them, because all of the 2 batters, they like going wild. Maybe Lucas should give a chance for the set batter that he found in, for him to continue. Then Lucas should take charge afterwards, or they'll continue both later.
भाइयों
That was a big 6.
Was that a drop catch by the keeper?
Looks like, but again, it's just because after coming from smacked a big 6, then 2 dot balls. Batsman is on top.
And that's clean bowled by Nitish Irani. Bowling the googly.
Clever bowlers sometimes do damages batter's brain. My batsman was waiting for a leggy. What a sharp googly. Just came in. He didn't even have time to read it. Earlier, I heard from the dugout, you smacked a 6, that is the first and last. And he has really paid the same story. Francis Mtua, one of the stylish batsmen who comes from Sri Lions, matches 21, innings 16, scoring total of 146 runs. Will Francis Mtua help his captain Lucas to secure a big win, or This is the last game. If they lose, they won't qualify. That is the scorers. Looks like the wind is blowing, cold up there, trees around them. But what to do? You're here for a job. Enjoy the job. You can't complain about the weather. Can't complain about the wind. Watch the ball and write the exact thing. That is Chadwick and Maggie Banja, veteran, former Kenya opening batter and captain. One of the most experienced we've ever gotten and will never get. Chadwick, the best handwriting we've ever faced when it comes to scoring category. Both of them, they have the big knowledge of this game. That is a bounce and turn. Well ball, Nitish. Just coming from that big humiliation with a big one. And you maintain to ball 5 dot balls with a wicket. Super bowling. Last week, Lucas, the captain of PD, they were playing a local league versus Swambiwapa, one of the finest team around. He's marked big sixes. He scored 58 runs just in 30 balls and helped his team to win and get very vital points. And managing to beat Swambiwapa second time in a row. The incoming batsman, captain himself, Sachin Budia, number 10. Mind game going on here between Sachin and Lucas. David Odhiambo Pambaya giving a smile. I'm 100%, Sachin told him. I'm going to clear your head. You'll never see you going back home. Lucas decided to go and ask for a helmet. That is the cricket we want. Don't ever underestimate. Whether it's a medium, that's mine, or spin, helmet is a must. Good start. And maybe 2 from there. Misfield from the point region. It's going to be a really, really good contest between these two. Lucas, the hard hitter. Sachin Budia, the experienced bowler. if you check the comparison of the both teams, PC at this particular time, they were on 73 for the loss of 2 wickets. PD are on 45 for the loss of 4 wickets in 10 overs. The board itself says everything. Definitely, umpire will never wait for that. Wide and one. Look at those arms, wide open. Good running between the wickets. I think a boundary fielder was quite a bit slow, and Lucas and Francis Mutua managed to get the double there. Well bowled. Lucas is never shaken from that. Captain fantastic. Both facing each other and giving one thumbs up, asking him, what are you doing? I did what I'm supposed to.
PALORA Dragons require 96 runs in 54 balls. Current run rate 4.55, required 10.67.
Do you think we'll see a different batting team from these two? Just talking about the difference. Nitish just smashing the stumps of the PD team. I think they're not reading his googly. Waiting for the leggy. Francis Mutua. Watch the bowler fast, Bana.
Once again, Nitish Irani bringing ball into the batsman Francis Mutua.
I was just about to ask you, Lucas and Francis, will they bring the win home, or they're going to do mistakes of mistiming the ball? Even before I finish talking, Nitish has done the damage already. Do you think the team is going to have the lowest score, or they're going to improve from where they are right now?
I think with Lucas, they'll try and go ahead of whatever is required.
Incoming batsman Ravi Vekaria replacing Francis Mutua. Ravi turns for Samaj Youth League team in NPCA and is one of my favorite batsmen. I would like to watch He has fine shots and he can hit big ones. Ravi, the darling of the crowd.
Come on, Bailey boy! Come on, Bailey boy! Come on, Bailey boy! चल चलिए मारा दे अपने भाई ने प्रेम जी come on boys look on strike boys let me see a big one boys let me see a big one over here come on boys चल चलिए give one looky come on boys
Purple Cup team
come on boy
seems to be the first team to qualify to the semis. If they happen to find this or get this win today, the next game it will be no plus for them because they've already secured the 8 points that will send them to the semi-finals. That is a big swing and there's no way a keeper can put an eye on that ball because the swing itself says everything.
So once again, a googly bowled by Nitish. Just between the bat and the pad, the keeper not getting right.
Sachin Bodia to continue his second over from the mosque side end, hoping to continue where he left after giving 5 runs in his first over. Huge task. 91 in 48 balls. But for me, 2 overs can bring back the glory from this team. If Lucas happen to do what he does best, then we'll see a different team. But he needs a big support from his partners. Striker taking too much time.
That's center.
There's no way that could have been an LB Sachin. Good in-swing bowling from Sachin. Ravi taking his time. Run rate still piling. From 11 to 11.85. At this stage, every dot you give pushes. You run it as high as that. I don't know what happened there with Ravi. Dancing Lingala music. He survived.
I think Pushkar could have taken a chance of just coming forward, diving into it. That is up in the air. And Pushkar Sharma grabs. So Lucas will be walking back to the pavilion, courtesy of Sachin Budia, caught by Pushkar Sharma.
That was an off-break style of bowling. Lucas didn't pick the ball well with the bounce of the ball. And then Lucas being dismissed and back to the pavilion. Lovely catch. Rahul Rabadia coming to replace his captain Lucas Oluoch. Rahul has been batting top order, but of late he has changed back to number 6. I don't know what made him do that. Maybe is that a strategy of saving the team? Another wicket again from Nitish. Smiling face and a simple one for Pushkar. Just taken a second catch. Oh, well judged.
So that's 4th wicket.
Hemang Ruda, the wicket keeper of the sides, and turn for Kachlewa Samaj Youth League team, comes in at number 7. Five, 11 runs. It might earn him man of the match. Is he going to be among the top bowlers of the side, or oh yes, lovely ball.
So that's a hat trick of the team. And Nitish grabs his 5th wicket.
Actually, Nitish has bowled so brilliantly spell. He's not allowing the batsman to swing, putting everything on the stumps and forcing you to play. If you happen to play a wrong line, you're gone. If you happen to play cross, clean bowled. So he has brilliantly marked his territory when it comes to leg break bowling, because he's mixing everything and none of the batters are reading his googlies. Just gotten a miss there. Was that a nick or just a drop ball? Mayur Pidoria avoiding to be a next victim, playing fantastic block. Huge appeal, and umpire is asked to go upstairs. Charles Kariuki oh, that is clean. I think he contacted his partner.
So that is the end of Mayur Pindoria. Harish Rabadia, the last man, walks in.
Look what the friend is doing to him, escorting him, telling him, my friend, walk quickly. We need to go back home. I love that. Lovely gesture. That is the end of Nitish. Lovely spell of 4 overs. 6 runs. 11 runs. 6 wickets. Super bowling Nitish. It's the first best figures because Raj Budia was the one leading with 5 wickets. Now it's Nitish Irani who has taken over, who will break the record. I wish I was still playing. I could have done something.
So things are not looking easy right here. Short delivery by Kishan.
No ball called. Free hit. Rahul decides to go big. Ashane just bowled 1 over, took some break, and he's back to bowl his 2nd over. Gave 6 runs and gotten 1 wicket. The man who bowls 1 over in 50 seconds.
He's still trying to bowl, hitting into wickets, bowling quick to Harish Rabadia.
Yes, he decides. You're going for it now. We have nothing to lose. Vishal, what do you think, or when do you think umpires always get bored spell when they are umpiring? First or second inning? Or another question, have you been an umpire before? And if you have, can you tell me the time you used to be getting bored, especially when the batters are not hitting the ball or when the wickets are falling quickly, or what was your time?
I think at times you have to be in that situation since you've already taken the responsibility of being an umpire. End of the day, you're the one in charge, you're the boss of the game, or have to go with it, with whichever situation it comes to.
A team batting second, chasing like a total of 200, and they are on 30 for 9, and the last player is not getting out. You wonder, the umpires start thinking, we've just witnessed, you could have saved even an hour, but now you find the last player batting for that particular hour. What do you do? What do you tell always your partner as a second umpire on your left side?
It's like you have to go with the mindset. Since you know you have already gone to do the umpiring for 40 overs, let's say that is an example of T20. It's obviously you have to put something in your mind that no, I have to go and officiate 40 overs, stay there. In whichever situation is, you've taken that task already.
So that means an umpire, he's an obedient member who has to lead from front, from first ball to the last ball.
So he has to be the judge of the full game. So that's the end of Harish, the last man, and PALORA Dragons all out on 77. So the Purple Cap have won by 68 runs, courtesy of Nitish Shirani taking 6-wicket haul.
Yeah, Nitish, man of the match. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow for the next game.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. May I request Dhruv Buva to present the Man of the Match Award. Man of the Match Award goes to Nitish Hirani. I kindly request a representative from Lakshman Bhai Construction to come and give the highest sixes award. Request Mansukh Bhai Hirani to come and give the highest sixes award. Highest number of sixes goes to Sachin Budia. I request Vishal Bojani to come and give the highest runs so far in the tournament with 196 to Sachin Gill. The orange cap goes to Sachin Gill. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Join us tomorrow for another match between Ndovu Crushers and SILVERSPREAD Mafuko Mavericks. Good night.